Title: Journey into the Unknown. The evening sun cast long shadows through the dense foliage of the ancient forest, painting the scene in a surreal mixture of light and darkness. In the heart of the woods, where few dared to tread, stood a solitary figure, their eyes fixed upon a weathered parchment clutched tightly in their hand. Meet our protagonist, Emily Sinclair, an adventurous soul with a thirst for the unknown. Tonight, her curiosity had led her deep into the forest, drawn by whispers of ancient mysteries and forgotten secrets. As she gazed upon the faded map before her, a sense of excitement coursed through her veins, mingled with a hint of trepidation. The parchment bore cryptic symbols and faded ink, a testament to its age and the countless hands through which it had passed. Yet, amidst the wear and tear, one phrase remained clear: follow the path to uncover the truth. With a determined nod, Emily tucked the map into her satchel and took a step forward, the forest enveloping her in its embrace. The air was thick with the scent of pine and earth, and the distant sound of rustling leaves seemed to beckon her onward. As she ventured deeper into the heart of the forest, Emily felt a sense of exhilaration wash over her. The thrill of the unknown danced on the edges of her consciousness, fueling her every step as she pushed forward into uncharted territory. But as the shadows grew longer and the light began to fade, Emily's excitement gave way to a creeping sense of unease. Strange whispers seemed to echo through the trees, and the rustling of unseen creatures sent shivers down her spine. Undeterred, Emily pressed on, her resolve unwavering in the face of the unknown. With each passing moment, the forest seemed to come alive around her, its secrets unfolding like pages in a forbidden tome. And so, guided by the call of adventure and driven by her insatiable curiosity, Emily Sinclair embarked on a journey into the unknown, unaware of the dangers that lurked just beyond the trees. Little did she know her path would soon lead her to the brink of discovery, where ancient horrors awaited to be unearthed, and the line between myth and reality blurred into oblivion. As the moon ascended into the night sky, casting an ethereal glow over the forest, Emily pressed deeper into the shadowed realm of ancient trees. The air grew colder, and an eerie silence descended upon the forest, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves or the distant hoot of an owl. With each step, the sense of foreboding that had gripped Emily since her arrival intensified. The forest seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy, its secrets whispering through the darkness like ghosts of the past. Suddenly, a faint light flickered ahead, drawing Emily's attention like a beacon in the night. With cautious optimism, she quickened her pace, the rustling of her footsteps drowned out by the pounding of her heart. Emerging from the dense undergrowth, Emily found herself standing before the ruins of an ancient village, its crumbling buildings shrouded in darkness. A chill ran down her spine as she surveyed the scene before her, the air thick with an unspoken sense of dread. The village appeared deserted, its streets empty save for the encroaching tendrils of ivy and moss. Yet as Emily ventured deeper into its heart, she could sense a presence lurking in the shadows, watching her every move with unseen eyes. Drawn by an irresistible curiosity, Emily stepped cautiously through the silent streets, her senses alert to the slightest sound or movement. It was then that she heard it, the faint echo of whispered voices drifting on the cold night breeze. Heart pounding, Emily followed the sound to the remnants of a once grand mansion, its walls adorned with faded tapestries and broken windows. As she approached, the whispers grew louder, their words unintelligible yet filled with a sense of urgency. With trembling hands, Emily pushed open the creaking door and stepped inside, the darkness enveloping her like a suffocating blanket. The air was heavy with the scent of decay, and the floorboards groaned beneath her weight as she moved deeper into the mansion's depths. Suddenly, a figure stepped out from the shadows, its form shrouded in darkness. Emily froze, her breath catching in her throat as she stared into the empty eyes of the apparition before her. With a blood-curdling scream, Emily turned and fled, the echoes of her footsteps ringing through the abandoned mansion as she raced towards the safety of the forest beyond. But as she stumbled out into the night, gasping for breath, Emily knew that she had stumbled upon something far more sinister than she could have ever imagined. And as the whispers of the haunted forest echoed in her ears, she realized that her journey into the unknown had only just begun. As dawn broke over the haunted forest, casting a golden hue over the landscape, Emily emerged from the shadows of the abandoned village, her mind reeling from the horrors she had witnessed. Determined to uncover the truth behind the whispers that haunted her every step, she resolved to press on, deeper into the heart of the unknown. With each passing hour, the forest seemed to come alive around her, its ancient trees whispering secrets that danced on the edges of her consciousness. But amidst the cacophony of sound, Emily could sense a presence watching her, guiding her every move with unseen hands. It was then that she stumbled upon a clearing bathed in sunlight, the air alive with the hum of insects and the distant chirping of birds. At the center of the clearing stood a figure cloaked in shadow, their features obscured by the glare of the sun. As Emily approached, the figure stepped forward, revealing themselves to be a tall, imposing figure with piercing eyes that seemed to see straight through her soul. They introduced themselves as Lucian, a guide of the forest, and offered to lead Emily to safety. Though wary of this enigmatic stranger, Emily sensed a glimmer of trust in Lucian's eyes, a feeling that urged her to follow him deeper into the forest. And so, with a mixture of apprehension and curiosity, she fell into step beside him, their journey into the unknown unfolding with each passing moment. As they walked, Lucian regaled Emily with tales of the forest's dark history, weaving a tapestry of ancient legends and forgotten lore that sent shivers down her spine. He spoke of a time long ago when the forest was alive with magic, its secrets guarded by powerful beings that dwelled within its depths. But as the centuries passed and civilization encroached upon its borders, the forest began to wither and fade, its guardians driven into hiding by the march of progress. Now only whispers remained, echoes of a time long forgotten by all but the most intrepid explorers. As the day wore on and the shadows grew long, Emily found herself growing more and more entranced by Lucian's words, drawn deeper into the mysteries of the forest with each passing moment. And as they ventured ever further from the safety of the clearing, she knew that her fate was irrevocably intertwined with that of the enigmatic guide by her side. Little did she know their journey would soon lead them to the very heart of the forest, where ancient secrets lay waiting to be uncovered, and the true nature of their quest would be revealed. As dusk descended upon the haunted forest, Emily and Lucian pressed deeper into its depths, their footsteps echoing through the dense undergrowth. The air was heavy with the scent of earth and decay, and a palpable sense of unease hung over them like a shroud. Guided by Lucian's unwavering determination, the pair journeyed onward, their path illuminated by the soft glow of moonlight filtering through the canopy above. With each passing moment, Emily could feel the forest closing in around them, its ancient trees whispering secrets that sent chills down her spine. Finally, they emerged into a clearing bathed in silvery light, the air alive with the sound of rustling leaves and the distant hoot of an owl. At the center of the clearing stood a towering structure, its weathered stone walls adorned with intricate carvings and strange symbols. It was a temple, ancient and forbidding, its origins lost to the mists of time. As Emily approached, she could feel a sense of power emanating from its walls, drawing her ever closer with an irresistible pull. With a silent nod from Lucian, Emily stepped forward, her heart pounding in her chest as she crossed the threshold into the temple's hallowed halls. Inside, The air was thick with the scent of incense and the faint echo of whispered prayers, and Emily could feel the weight of centuries pressing down upon her. As they ventured deeper into the temple's depths, Emily's senses were overwhelmed by the sights and sounds that surrounded her. Strange symbols adorned the walls, their meanings lost to all but the most learned scholars, while eerie statues loomed in the darkness like silent sentinels. But amidst the chaos, Emily could sense a presence watching her, its gaze following her every move with unnerving intensity. It was then that she realized they were not alone in the temple, and that whatever lurked in its shadows was far more ancient and malevolent than anything she had encountered before. With Lucian at her side, Emily pressed on, determined to uncover the truth behind the temple's mysteries and the secrets that lay hidden within its walls. But as they delved ever deeper into the darkness, she knew that they were treading on dangerous ground, and that the true nature of their journey had only just begun. As Emily and Lucian ventured deeper into the depths of the ancient temple, the air grew thick with the scent of decay, and the echoes of their footsteps reverberated through the darkness. With each passing moment, the oppressive weight of the temple's secrets bore down upon them, threatening to engulf them in a sea of madness. Strange visions haunted Emily's dreams, twisted nightmares that seemed to blur the line between reality and illusion. She saw faces in the shadows, their eyes filled with a bottomless despair, and heard whispers that spoke of unspeakable horrors lurking just beyond the edge of her consciousness. But despite the darkness that threatened to consume her, Emily pressed on, driven by a determination to uncover the truth behind the temple's mysteries. With Lucian at her side, she faced each new challenge with a courage born of desperation, her sanity hanging by a thread as she delved ever deeper into the heart of the unknown. As they journeyed deeper into the temple's depths, the line between reality and illusion began to blur, and Emily found herself questioning the true nature of their quest. Were they truly seeking knowledge and enlightenment? Or were they merely pawns in a game played by forces beyond their understanding? With each passing moment, Emily could feel the darkness closing in around her, its tendrils wrapping themselves around her soul and dragging her ever closer to the brink of madness. But still, she pressed on, driven by a determination to uncover the truth, no matter the cost. And as they ventured deeper into the depths of the temple, Emily knew that their journey was far from over, and that the horrors that awaited them were beyond anything she could have ever imagined. But still, she refused to turn back, her resolve unbroken in the face of the unknown. As Emily and Lucian descended further into the depths of the ancient temple, the air grew heavy with anticipation, each step echoing through the labyrinthine corridors like a drumbeat of impending doom. Shadows danced upon the walls, twisting and contorting in unnatural shapes, as if the very fabric of reality itself had begun to unravel. With each passing moment, the darkness seemed to grow more tangible, its presence pressing down upon them like a suffocating blanket. Emily could feel the weight of its gaze upon her, a malevolent force that sought to consume her soul and drag her down into the abyss. But still, she pressed on, her determination unyielding in the face of the unknown. With Lucian at her side, she ventured deeper into the heart of the temple, their footsteps echoing through the darkness like a dirge for the damned. And then they found it, a chamber shrouded in darkness, its walls adorned with ancient runes and symbols that pulsed with a sickly green light. At its center stood a pedestal, upon which rested an object of unimaginable power, an artifact that radiated with a darkness so profound that it seemed to swallow the very light around it. With a sense of dread gnawing at her insides, Emily approached the pedestal, her hand outstretched to touch the artifact. But before she could grasp it, a voice echoed through the chamber, a whisper that seemed to come from the depths of the abyss itself. "You dare to defile this sacred place?" the voice hissed, its words dripping with venom. You who are but insects crawling upon the surface of creation, thinking yourselves worthy of its secrets. Emily froze, her heart pounding in her chest as she turned to face the source of the voice. Before her stood a figure cloaked in darkness, its form shifting and twisting like smoke in the wind. Its eyes burned with a malevolent light, and its lips curled into a twisted smile that sent shivers down Emily's spine. With a sinking feeling in the pit of her stomach, Emily realized that they had stumbled upon something far more ancient and powerful than she could have ever imagined. And as the figure stepped forward, its true form revealed in all its horrifying glory, she knew that their confrontation with the unknown had only just begun. As the ancient figure loomed before them, its presence casting a shadow over the chamber, Emily and Lucian stood their ground, their resolve unbroken in the face of unimaginable terror. With every fiber of their being, they summoned the strength to confront the darkness that threatened to consume them, their hearts pounding in their chests as they prepared for the final battle. With a voice that echoed through the chamber like thunder, the ancient figure spoke, its words reverberating through Emily's mind like a dagger to the soul. It spoke of ancient prophecies and forgotten truths, of powers beyond mortal comprehension that lay waiting to be unleashed upon the world. But even as the figure spoke of doom and destruction, Emily refused to surrender to despair. With a fierce determination burning in her eyes, she reached deep within herself, tapping into reserves of strength she never knew she possessed. With a defiant cry, Emily unleashed a torrent of energy, her willpower colliding with the darkness that surrounded them in a blaze of light and sound. For a moment, the chamber trembled with the force of their clash, the very fabric of reality itself hanging in the balance. And then, in a flash of blinding light, the darkness was vanquished, its malevolent presence banished back into the depths from whence it came. With a triumphant cry, Emily and Lucian emerged from the chamber victorious, their spirits uplifted by the knowledge that they had triumphed over the forces of darkness. As they made their way back to the surface, the forest seemed to welcome them with open arms, its ancient trees whispering secrets of gratitude and relief. And as they emerged into the light of day, Emily knew that their journey into the unknown had come to an end. But though the temple lay behind them, its mysteries uncovered and its darkness vanquished, Emily knew that their adventure was far from over. For as long as there were secrets waiting to be uncovered and mysteries waiting to be solved, she and Lucian would be there to answer the call of adventure, their hearts forever bound together by the bonds of friendship and the thrill of the unknown.